I think we'll see like how NIP is from this match. If they start off strong and start rolling, I'm pretty sure we'll see them rolling through the group. And if not, they might have troubles to actually make it out of it.
And historically speaking, again, I would say NIP have a history of doing really badly in group stages, and especially best-of-1 games.
Yep.
So, actually, this format is probably a format that's pretty bad for the Swedish team overall.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's time they stop losing and actually start, making into some semis.
I think they're really motivated right now. They want this. They want this bad because lately it's been rough for them. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to move on from the past few failures in the month and just start fresh.
We'll see how obviously a good start would make that easier. A bad start to this game or this tournament would make that a lot harder again.
Yeah.
And actually, just to note a tiny thing, they've gone back to using their real names instead of their aliases, which is also interesting. So, obviously...
That's a Swedish thing. They like to bring that back once in a while.
Every once in a while, right?
Trying to bring the old NIP.
So in case you don't know, Freiberg is easy to guess who is.
It's the same last name.
Yeah, Adam Freiberg. Lindberg is Forrest, Johansson is Fiflaren, and Gerrit is obviously Allison, and Lindstrom is going to be Exist. So those are pretty much it. I guess we could use their real names too, but I think we'll probably end up mixing between them because sometimes when you're casting, you end up reading out names on the kill feed.
And pronouncing Swedish names is kind of tough sometimes.
It is. On the Copenhagen Wolves side, we have Tensky, Kjærby, Cadian, Glaive, and Pip as the 5 Danish players here.
So is it a Cadian that actually rejoined the team? Because they had Nico before, I think?
Yes, they have. This whole team has been restructured quite heavily. I guess the only really original members are Glaive and Pip currently.
Yeah.
And Cadian, Kjærby, Tensky come in from all over. Kjærby played in No Surfing, Tensky played with MyXMG, and Cadian's been all over the place, really.
So they're definitely trying to find their groove, I guess, with the right mix of players.
Yeah. It's just like the second best team in Denmark, essentially.
Yeah.
And it feels like when you're the second best, it is pretty common to try and swap
I feel
out.
like it's where Dignitas is going to go if they need to pick up new players. They're going to go snag some Copenhagen Wolves players.
That could very well be true. And now they did just try for KGB, so hopefully they're going to wait a couple of weeks before they start
hopefully
switching up new players. But I don't know. I have to still say, I want to say that NIP are favorites to make it out of this one game. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're definitely favorites. I mean, even though it's a scary map and the Copenhagen Wolf is probably one of the toughest underdogs you'll have to face. I think it's not a good matchup for them as NIP probably's got the number. But if it was anyone else, Copenhagen Wolf could have probably upset them, but not NIP. I think NIP is going to show they're ready to play today.
Well, I know there's a bunch of NIP fans out there who must be hoping the same thing, because it must have been hard being an NIP fan for the last couple of months.
Definitely,
since Gamescom at least. Well, it looks like we are about to go ready with it here. So it's going to be Copenhagen Wolves starting on the counter-terrorist side, and it's going to be NIP on the terrorist side. So welcome to the show, everyone. This is ESWC, and we are still in the second day here at the groups.
Yep.
And only just getting started on this day. A lot of Counter-Strike.
A lot of CS coming up.
Pretty standard play so far on NIP side. Nothing too exciting, but now they are finally making their way up the middle.
Looks like a mid-B strat. And Freiberg opening up and a nice kill in CT spawn on Glaive.
Looking good here. Cadian is going to get jumped in on. It's Forrest coming in with some nice action, actually.
Just
jumping
bunny hopping
window.
around. He was probably warming up, playing those surfing maps in Casey he always does. So he's ready.
That could well
just comes up flying through the window, shooting at this guy. He definitely was doing some surf.
Well, Exist is coming up for the middle. He's going to actually get taken down by Pimp. That's a good headshot, but you can't help but shake the feeling it's a little bit too little, too late here.
Yeah, and this round looks like it's going to go in NIP's way. Even though 3 of them are really, really low on HP, I don't think they'll be able to do anything. Bombs are already taken away. So that's the NIP that I like to see, the confident NIP. They just went for a simple strat and just went to town with this, with the Glocks and everything.
Yeah, would you say that's actually, you said simple strat. Would you say that's something that NIP are sort of well known for, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think so. That's definitely something when you look up to NIP, it's always, they never do anything too crazy. It's most likely but their skill is just so on point that they can allow themselves to do it. And any other team couldn't, because when you have Get Right, Forrest on your team, obviously you can just go for more simple type of plays. And I like when they play that way. When they don't overthink anything and they don't try to do anything too complicated, and they play confident. I think that's when they play at their best. So
Well, we'll see if it's going to work this time. It's certainly worked in the past. 87-0 land record and all of that. That feels like ancient history by now. Nice push in here from Cadian, actually going to be taking down an existing Glaive. Bill's looking for a little bit more. And now Fiflaren's actually been caught in an awkward corner. He only has a pistol, body armor, and some grenades.
He opted to keep the USP silencer, probably to get an op next round, but this might turn out not to be as good because NIP is losing a lot of guns right here. They're still being able to manage and plant the bomb.
Now, should they try and go for this retake? 3-on-3 without a kit?
3-on-3 without a kit, I wouldn't go for it. And we have Pimp with 3 health, and he has a scout, and the other guy is a Galil, so they might want to hold on to these guns, and maybe we'll do like another mix buy next round, trying to hurt like NIP's economy a little bit more. Because so far so good. I mean, they got 2 guns down. The fact that Fifth Line actually saved and didn't buy anything kind of doesn't help Copenhagen Wolves, because Fifth Line will be fine next round, but...
And you're right, that probably is aimed at an eventual AWP, which actually I will say, Fiflaren on this map actually ops a lot better than on most other maps.
Yeah, we see him using that op a lot on Dust 2, CT side as well. I don't know though. I don't know about saving pistols like that in this game. It's really scary to me, because like CZs and 5.7s are all so strong, so if you decide to keep a Glock or a USP, whatever you want to keep, I feel like you're kind of like a huge disadvantage. Like you could allow yourself to do that back in 1.6. You could just like keep your USP and just do work with it. But here it's so hard. Like you have to take the Zika rounds like actual gun rounds actually.
We've seen that in the past be the downfall of many teams, is that they lose anti-eco rounds. Good flashbang in here from Glaive. I mean, if there was someone peeking there, you could see Kirby trying for it. So, I mean, that's just investing $200 into an attempt to get a kill. Yeah. I kind of like that.
I like that. And that nade actually, they threw another one and completely flashed Gate right. And now they're forcing NIP to retreat, which was pretty good. Let's see if they can actually adjust and know that NIP was there and they're all going to fall back.
Oh, Tensky's up here.
I think he saw him, right? Yeah, actually spotted them right here.
Yeah, that's now NIP are making a really good choice. They're pushing the bomb side, but there's only going to be pistols in here, though. Forrest's got to be a little bit careful. Cadian will pick up a kill with the T7, but it's not going to be enough. Yeah, Fiflaren's going to take him down, but it's another 3-on-3 here, and this time they actually
have a shot for it. Yeah, they could actually go for it. Even if they have no kit, they're already in position to be able to retake the site, so I think it might be really good if they're able to sneak their way in and get a few picks. It's all going to... It's going to depend on this guy flanking tunnel right now. If he's able to kill Fiflaren and Forrest. Both of them are actually there, so...
Yeah, they were just too ready for it, and now obviously without the kit, time has simply run out. But they don't have any armor, and they are going to be buying next round anyway, so maybe they're just thinking we need to do a lot of damage here. And they've kind of trapped Exist in this corner, so not impossible. They're actually going to take him down. This is a lot of damage dealt.
That's a lot of money lost for NIP. This is not looking really good. If they lose the first gun round, NIP might be on a really low buy or even a save. Depending on what, like if they decide to try to op this round. Fifth land is a lot of money, so he might drop a gun and go for an op. I don't know.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. So actually, they're going to call for a pause. Not sure what the issue is, but probably nothing big.
Probably something.
So I mean, good damage dealt by Copenhagen Wolves to begin with, but obviously now it comes down to whether or not they can really follow up on it and actually do something in this round. They have some capable uppers on this team as well. You have seen Glaive go for it in the past, but I mean, I just think is it strictly speaking necessary to have an AWP on Dust 2 on the CT side?
I mean, I would say so, yeah. It's really, like, we see when we watch a team that has, like, actually a dedicated operator that tries to, like, where, like, the team actually feeds them hops, like, every time they can. Yeah. You see the difference. Like, you actually need an operator. Like, they can have such a huge impact because it's such an open map where you can actually work picks on, like, almost anywhere on the map. So I would say, like, maybe Dust 2 and probably Train, which is not played anymore, but definitely an op map. It's actually still played in NA. That's why I mentioned it, but...
Train definitely was my favorite 1.6 map. It's going to be Cadian picking it up now, so I was just about to go into that he's the other guy that can do it. Pimp had a try at it for a while, trying to op, but didn't work out so well.
And we have Fiflaren on an IP side with an op as well.
Yeah. But not like a real duel in the middle, just a parting shot.
Just testing the water, you know. Trying to feel each other, see what's going to happen next rounds. So now they know they might have this battle middle at some point.
Well, Kirby is actually pushing pretty aggressively out here, and I think he was flashbanged in again by Glaive up here. I think he threw a flashbang and then fell back.
Seems like a setup that they really like to use.
Yeah. And I mean, those are really simple. Like anyone, even in a matchmaking game, you can do this with your friends, and that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means
it's like pure basic teamwork, basically.
Yeah. It's not a lot that could go wrong either.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. I mean, look what happened there. He pushed in the cave and forced kind of get right to get out of there. Get right was already trying to creep up, and Get right just got out. nothing really happened, but at the same time, it was like a safe play.
Blind shots going through the smoke out here, and NIP actually spending a lot of time this round. It seems like they're going to end up pushing long, which actually would not be that bad. If they do this and take down Kiebian with 3 people, they should really be able to. That's going to leave Glaive in a really bad
spot.
With Galil, right?
Especially with the Galil long range. Like, Galil is not very known to be a really good gun to begin with, so. But he's actually coming back to help him, and it didn't work out.
But that might have even been the best choice possible.
I think it was. That was his best decision to take right here. But I think he was maybe 1 or 2 seconds too late.
Yeah.
Like, they were already, like, putting pressure on him pit, and they had no kind of nades anymore, so they couldn't flash retake because they kind of wasted those nades at the beginning trying to go for that early pick, so.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. And, I mean, Copenhagen Wolves, they decide, all right, well, it's not even worth going for it in a 3-on-5, and I don't even blame them for it. There's not much they could have accomplished. They don't have a kit picked up right now. Maybe there is one down on long, actually. It's worth checking out if there is one. Because that could make a
one
difference.
In the pit, maybe? Yeah, they're one long.
So they would have had a kit, maybe, if they could have tried to retake through long, but that would have taken such a long time.
Yeah, Copenhagen, like, they took too long to realize what was about to go down. And once they realized, they were already, like, 2 of them were already, like, cut off out of position. And NIP just walked into A site like a breeze. They're doing a good job, though, in holding on to these guns. They'll probably be able to do another buy round because of that.
So NIP threw away, 3 players to try and do that? Is that worth it for NIP to go to
Yeah, I think at this point it's worth it. Because, like, they know if they kill them, they're actually going to force a save out of them. So, and they had a lot of money. Like, if you look at it, they still have, like, a few people with 5Ks.
Oh.
And they're battling. It's on. Like, they want it.
Definitely on. They got the double up, and they're going to take down the Flaren. That's a very good kill. They tried the first time with the flashbang.
Yep.
And that's something that we've seen. I mean, Titan with Smiths, he's very happy with doing stuff like that, but it's always become a very popular thing after, just generally trying to flash your way in like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of players that actually like to do that. Even Shoxy on LDLC sometimes, if he has the good spawn, he picks up an op and just flashes over mid and peeks the guy T-spawn, and it's actually, I think it's really strong.
Oh, I think he just took that shot through, but now it's going to be inside the bomb site. Tensky alone, and it's Get Right coming in with some incredible kills, and that opens up the whole bomb site. He does drop down to 7 health. Quick work from Pimp here, but it's another retake, and retaking the B bomb site is so difficult, even when you're at an even advantage here.
It's going to be on Forest right here. If he gets that pick, I'm pretty sure he's going to steal the round. And such a good positioning by Forrest. I mean, he never make those mistakes where he gets, like, in a bad spot.
I mean, that was supposed to be half the retake. That was just what was supposed to sort of split up the defense for NIP. Now they're in a really weird position, Copenhagen Wolves. They could end up losing a 5th round in a row here.
And Get Right gets another one with 7 health.
Oh, man, Kiabri tries to get the one in, and he will be successful. It's not quite enough. And this time, they do, in fact, lose all the rifles on Copenhagen Wolves. They could maybe force up with Pyjamas. Do you think they should?
I don't know. It depends on how much they want to rely on that op. I guess if they really want to have an operator rolling, they probably should save right now, which is looks like what they're doing. But if you don't really necessarily need an op, maybe you should have bought some FAMASs and start getting a few rounds, because 5-0 is gonna getting big.
And a positional AWP here for Get Right. I think he spawned close to long.
Yeah, so he just tried to get the early pick.
Yeah, but he's holding on to. That's really confusing. We have seen Get Right try and op a couple of times.
Sometimes he's feeling it, I guess. He had a really great round last round, so
maybe that's what it's down to. So 5-0. I mean, the way Dust 2 has been playing out in recent history, at least in the European scene, it actually has been a lot more CT rounds won. Not the majority, maybe, but you do tend to see teams win 6 rounds.
I feel that way too. I feel like this map is actually compared to the other versions of the game, where it was heavily T-sided, and this game is actually way much more balanced, and sometimes it tends to be CT-sided even. But the problem with this is I feel like if you don't get CT pistol round, it's kind of tough to get rolling.
Attempt from Kirby not going to be enough here. They do have a CZ here as well, and Gerard's going to get the 1 kill in, and then they actually will take the bomb site eventually. So the orb is lost, but only for a second.
Yeah.
Not much that, I mean... So Copenhagen Wolves, they played this eco round out, having... Alright, they bought a couple of deals and everything else. That seems to be fairly standard. They played like a normal setup, right? They spread across all... No stacks in one bomb site, no aggressive pushes. I think that's a reasonable idea, or should they have gone for something more spicy?
I mean, I think at this point you have to try to make it happen, you know? It's you're down 5-0. Obviously, playing standard and default, it's not working out. And I feel like that's something you can't let NIP do. Get comfortable and give them space to do something, because you never know what to expect from them, like, because someone will run up mid and another one will just run out cat, and like these guys will just like battle you, and you have no idea what's going on or where they're gonna end up. So I think they definitely need to do something to put pressure, and like something else than like this mid battle or the long pushes they've been doing. But so far, they just want to use that. They're confident that it might work at some point, and I guess if they're confident, they should stay with it. But it's a different pace than the game we saw earlier with the Kaboom and Titan. Actually, we saw a lot of crazy retakes, middle CTs from Titan and Kaboom. A lot of aggressive plays, and which is actually really interesting. Here it's like more of defaulty type of playstyle.
Oh, that entrance from Freiburg. He is supposed to be the main entry fragger, and that was obviously beautiful. And he's going to take down Glaive as well. That's a stunning triple kill. Christopher is going to be taking down Carey. That's Get Right over there. And now, well, Cadian, it's a nice kill on Fiflaren, and he's controlling the bomb, but what do you think? Is he going to be able to hold on to this? I
don't think he's going to hold on to it. I think they're just going to swarm them together. And if he does, that will be really insane.
That would be.
But they actually picked it up, so now they're just going to retreat.
Yeah, the downside for Cadian is he's almost certainly not going to win the round. But if he does, it'll be a piece of Counter-Strike history.
And
right
he's
there.
so afraid of Get Right because he knew Get Right was long earlier, so he's like watching his back every 2 seconds.
Yeah. Which you should do against Get Right.
Because you never know when the wall Get Right is going to hit you on your screen.
So coming a third kill coming in here, and he's going to try and flash his way into the bomb. So actually, they're so far away. He has a kit as well. Did they plant in the corner? He thinks they're still in here. He's going to get the kill. He could seriously go for the defuse. Oh my god, Cadian, he just wins the round. He just
won a 1v5.
That is genius. Absolutely genius.
That was crazy.
And you could hear the shout. I don't know if you guys in the audience could, but we could hear Cadian, a howl that went through the whole venue here. 8 kills on Cadian, 4 of them in 1 round. He just 1v5'd NIP to give Copenhagen Wolves the first round.
That might be a huge momentum shift. Let's see if they can carry on with that huge win.
Yeah,
and Forrest is just laughing.
Yeah, he types a tiny smiley face in the chat, guys. You guys can't see it, but that's what happened. And yeah, the momentum switch. And also a change of pace here. Glaive charges in.
They rush up middle now. They changed the pace. And that's exactly what they needed, actually.
They're trying to set up, and Glaive just walks right in and takes 2 kills. Oh, wow. See, this is why Counter-Strike is such a fun game, isn't it?
It's awesome to see like that 1v4 just give the entire team like wings for the next round, and now they're playing really confident, even being down 6-1.
Really aggressive move coming out there.
But I think that's definitely like the right way to play against an IP, is to not let them get set up and comfortable with whatever they want to try to achieve during the round. And that push from Glaive was just proves it. Basically just ran up mid, and like he had 3 people in front of him, and those 3 were not even paying attention at all to that type of play. They were not even ready.
Now, how do NIP counter this from their point of view? You said they were playing with confidence. Now Copenhagen Wolves have tried to take that confidence away. So how do they regain it?
I mean, I think the way to regain it is just like they're still like fine. They know they're up 6-1. They still have a lot of money. They know they let that round slip away. It was their own fault, not them. Not really actually. Can't even hit his shots, obviously, but still, it was NIP making mistakes. So I'm pretty sure they're just going to try to keep their composure and just win this next round and just completely shut down the momentum again, which is they're really a good spot to do that right now.
They should be, but the fact that Forrest checks that box and they get the plant for long, they have the AWP down here and Exist covering the back way, and NIP are dug really heavily into this bomb side. Forrest.
They're boosting in the site though. First, he actually realized he heard the bomb. I think actually Tensky tapped the bomb, which might have thrown his position away because Forrest had no clue they were boosting.
And no chance at all. Headshot from Piflaren to finish it. That is a tight setup for NIP. I mean, all right, so obviously, Exist down here, Piflaren up here on the plateau, and then Forrest hit Whiting right here. You'd need a lot of smokes to try and win this fight against NIP. I mean,
or you need to hit some crazy shots on the guy long.
That's really, really tough, because they had time to plant for long, which actually is not always easy, especially if there's a guy.
And like you said, it was all Forrest, second guessing himself before going for the plant, checking beyond the box and spotting the guy. This was the round changer right there.
Cadian coming in, sees that 75. He really wants to reload, and actually Tensky's going to get another kill in here.
If he would have reload on time, he would have probably got another. That's pretty huge.
It's the power of the CZ 75.
The CZ.
Piflaren is ready for them as they come up. Actually does miss that kill, but I'm not sure it's going to have a big impact here. He does a smart thing and even picks up even save for an AK. Yeah,
that's a smart move to do, just in case these two were trying to just hunt him down, picking up an AK. Freiburg, they're being a little bit too aggressive. They're rushing through the door. You probably didn't expect Copenhagen Wolves to just go for this round.
No, but they are. I mean, they kind of have to as well. They're about to be 8-1, so can't really blame the Danish team for trying their very best here. But NIP are actually looking better than they were looking for a while, I would say.
Definitely are. I mean, they're playing confident. We can tell just by the way they're playing.
Do you think that has been the? I mean, we've had this theory as well for a while, that maybe that has been the major flaw in NIP for the last month or more. That it's just like a confidence thing.
Maybe it is. I mean, it's really hard when you're like, they've been in a huge losing streak, and they don't know what's wrong. Like, because the stuff they were doing before was working, and now it's not working anymore. So they're definitely trying to find a solution, and it takes a lot of time. And yeah, I think it was like most likely a confidence issue. They definitely need to have just like one tournament again to like win it all and just like remind themselves that they're still the best.
This time it's Exist's turn, and he spawned long as well, just like Get Right did earlier. He picks up 2 kills, one of them long, one of them mid. Now they was returned here by Pimp, but this is still a very interesting situation. NIP actually just feeling really confident in letting different AWPers, pick up that weapon.
They're confident in their abilities to AWP. Like, that's a good thing. I mean, anybody can do it, obviously, and it works out.
Maybe Exist versus Cadian here. Exist is trying. He's going to get the timing. Cadian can't get the flick. Looked like that should have been a kill for Exist. Now they're going to double peek him back.
Flashed him. That was a really good flash.
Smart play.
Yeah, really smart play.
Oh, he's trying to get back around the corner, and he's just going to make it in time. Right on his heels.
Oh! I think Forrest saw him, yo. Yeah, you saw him through the door.
Saw him with his wall hat? That looked really cool. I guess
probably heard him running away and then stopped, so I guess.
That was a nice attempt by Forrest. But Copenhagen Wolves, they're going to pick up the round, make it to a second one. How many rounds do you think they technically need, Copenhagen Wolves, before they can start feeling a little bit safe in this first half?
I mean, they need to hold on to it. They definitely need to get like more than like, I would say, 2 rounds in a row to get things rolling. Because so far they've won 1, lost 1, so they have to save again. So they can't really like shift the momentum yet. So they definitely need like at least 3 rounds, I would say, because NIP now is really sitting pretty with that economy-wise. So I would say 3 rounds before they get that confidence that they could actually have a game and be able to like take it.
A little bit away. NIP's economy is kind of low, so maybe
it's kind of low now. Actually, you're right. They lost a lot of guns in the last eco round. That's true. I think they almost all died, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be good. That would be good if actually they could snag this round. That would be 2 in a row, and then maybe forcing an IP into a force buy or a save. So definitely after that, if they get this round, I'm pretty sure Copenhagen Wolves is going to have the momentum.
And NIP playing once again very defensively in this round. They did lose Freiburg obviously, but they haven't really made their way anywhere across the map. You see the bomb still in
they're still trying to they still have that op on the 5th iron, so I guess they're trying to like give him some room to just do something. Since the Freiburg died to an upper middle, they were expecting him to probably be around like roaming, but didn't get anything out of it, so they're probably just going to regroup and go towards an A split.
Feels like it. So Kjaerbye's going to be pretty important down here. If he can take down a Get Right coming in, obviously going to be a big deal. And Get Right is going to check the corner. Spray goes through, and Kjaerbye's going to come out on top. That's a big deal. Now Glaive up in the bomb site, looking to see if he can take anyone else down. And backup should be coming quick here. Yeah,
he's doing a good job, like buying some time for his teammates to rotate.
Oh, but Get Right, they want to pound on this new side of the bomb site to try and see if they could hold short. But the people on short that died, and well, that's going to be pretty much it.
Yeah, that falls apart really quick when you plan for a spot and the guy that is supposed to cover that spot with the bomb like just dies.
It's a decent idea, and in 1.6 you could plant here too as well, right? I think it's only
you can plant on the side of it, which like was still visible from Cat.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like similar, but you could actually like I don't think. Yeah, you could plant. You could plant there. You could plant there. You could even plant like elevator where you boost. Actually,
yeah.
You could like plant the bomb would fall there.
Oh, I remember this.
And like you could actually defend it from CT spawn.
Yeah, and then there was even a version where there would be no bomb sound if you did it, like if it fell through the wall.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Long time ago, you could plant running.
Yeah.
So basically, people would start running, playing the bomb, and dropping the bomb like in some crazy spots.
I remember these days too. Cadian is going to go down. I love the aggression again,
yeah.
but
they're getting
nice
confident.
Return from Forrest.
They're getting confident. This is definitely what they need. But I'm surprised actually NIP bought. They probably bought off that plant that they got last round, but it's kind of like a risky buy, I would say, because they only have Galil to hold on to. And Pimp just running and spraying, taking out Forrest.
He almost ended up shooting his teammates. They had 4 people in the middle on the Copenhagen Wolves side. Now let's see if NIP can bring the basket. You're right, they did force it up. They could end up ecoing a lot.
That might have been a mistake, actually, I think.
Well, one grenade's going to bounce in on Glaive. It won't kill him. It'll do some good damage, but they're going to lose Fiflaren right there. Get right trying to take a long range find. That's a nice headshot with the CZ 75. But we
don't see that often from that range.
I was going to say he doesn't need to make the crossover because he didn't have the bomb, but he wants obviously to steal this rifle.
And he has an op now, and the bomb is planted for long, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That could be huge. If he can get the pick along and just get set up in the pit, that's a huge turnaround from this round.
It definitely is. Ixis still up here, just wants to buy time. He is going to go down. Now it's on Get Right. He gets to prove his AWPing abilities here. It's already a double kill. He's looking for a little bit more.
He's swing, though. He has to get up top because the bomb is planted in the middle. So he's got to go for this because I don't think he realized. 1 second. Oh, 1 second too late.
That's going to be it. Yeah, 4 kills for Get Right, but Copenhagen Wolves win the round. So
that's huge. That's huge.
I mean, he could have actually gone up to the plateau, couldn't he? He didn't have to be in the pit.
No, I think, he could have been in the pit as well, but the other, his teammate was doing such a good job getting his attention and forcing him to, like, block him, he couldn't actually fully come out, just peek. So that was a good play.
And NIP buying up once again. Not, a ton of grenades, but they managed to make it work. And, the bomb plants are really giving them more buy rounds than they should have had.
But at the same time, I feel like they forced themselves into making, like, these kind of like risky plays where they just like walk out places trying to get picks, and then like so far like Copenhagen Wolf is right back in this game, and they can take those battles against them. Like they have the skill to just battle them like 1v1s and win them. So NIP, hopefully they can like turn things around.
Nice return from Cadian, but good job on Get-Right actually seeing that coming. He's going to pick up the second kill, actually out-orbing Cadian in this position, and Pip is going to go down.
Get-Right's definitely on point today.
What on earth? I mean, yeah, we've seen some shaky AWPing him in the past, but he seems to be doing really well. He actually switches up for an M4.
It might be the new upper for NIP, maybe. We don't know. That's the secret weapon.
That's how they're going to win the tournament. Forrest takes a kill again from that same position. He's very good at covering dark like that, and Glaive is going to go down. It's Get Right with another quad kill. That's back-to-back quad kills. He's up to 15 rounds, and actually tied with Cadian, who's also at 15 kills. I mean,
and he was 1 second away from winning the last round too with a quad kill. So pretty impressive. I mean, it's Get Right. We all know when he shows up to play, he's on point.
Yeah, but it seems like in the recent months, it's been too far and too few between those types of plays.
Yeah.
So I think, now is a good time. We're on land at ESWC. You do want to see this version of Get Right come out.
Definitely. I mean, he's the go-to player. You need him on the team to be on point.
Oh, he was actually waiting for this, but Copenhagen Wolves. Oh, spray! He just holds down mouse one, keeps it going. Glaive's finally going to come in.
Still managed to get 2 kills out of a tricky situation. He was like at the right spot, but he kind of slipped away from him when he saw 3 people pushing and they were all kind of spread out. He didn't really know who to shoot anymore. But he managed.
And there it is. NIP making their way to the 10th round, and they really want to see if they can just finish this 11-4, of course.
Yeah, NIP is doing a really good job not letting Copenhagen Wolves back in this game. Like, the round from Get Right earlier was just so huge. They forced a save from Copenhagen Wolves, and now Copenhagen Wolves have no ops. They have 3 FAMASs. It's the last round, so...
He just saw 3 people crossing, but I mean, obviously the smoke means you can't know how many people go back.
Yeah.
So that information is still a bit tricky to work on. Pimp goes down, was boosted up aggressively on short, and is going to get himself killed. So a nice opening for NIP. Nice angle through here. Glaive is going to take a... Well, actually, that grenade only did 3 damage. Up on short, it's going to be Kjærby to get a return on Freiburg. So pretty good job from Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah, it seems like NIP is going to set up again for that long split. Maybe going to let one guy on cat and just go towards long, or just like... They're going to have Force, I think, sitting around middle, just holding the flanks. And they're going to try to take over long, which is probably the right decision right now. Since they got taken down on cat, they probably knew long was clear, so they're just like opting for long really quick.
I mean, the interesting thing here is that it's actually it's Fiflaren back on doing the calling here on NIP. Yeah. And it actually seems to be working pretty damn well.
Yeah, he seems to make like really good decisions mid-round, which is like probably the hardest thing to do as a strat caller, is to make those like adjust on the fly, type of thing, where it's like what you have to do is nothing to do with the strats that it was initially called or anything. So far he's making the right decisions, but looks like Copenhagen Wolves holding on to it, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's going to be down to Fiflaren here. He's going to take the first kill, but they're already defusing that bomb, and the bomb actually had to be planted in this position because of the guy jumping by the elevator here. So that was pretty unfortunate for NIP. Otherwise, maybe Fiflaren could have done some more to defend it. The other thing that went wrong, and actually this is interesting, when they keep pushing B, every time NIP push speed, they leave Forrest back here to defend.
Yeah.
When they push A, they leave him back here to defend. So I kind of like the idea of having Forrest be the the guy holding the back end of the push.
I don't
That's
know, though.
a nice idea.
I don't know if I would let Forrest do that. Forrest is like more of a Freiberg type of player, I would say. I will just send him in too as well.
So different roles.
Yeah. I will maybe put like an exist or get right. I mean, he's so used to it.
I can follow this logic. Kjaerbye ends up with a quad kill at the end of that round, and it's 5-10. So Copenhagen will still in the game, but I mean, it is a pretty good first half for NIP.
It is, but it's also kind of like a good recover from Copenhagen Wolves being down like 6-0. Like, being able to grab 5 rounds of CT, like being in the situation they were in, like we have to take in consideration the fact that they probably saved like 4 times this half. So getting 5 rounds is not actually that bad. If you could get the T-side pistol, they could probably have a game. And we have Cadian actually really on point, so that could be huge for Copenhagen Wolves.
He has been playing really well. There's no doubt about it. They showed their presence over at B. Now they're back in the middle, and then they're gonna
kind of
just
like the
rush
same
out.
strat from NIP we saw earlier, like a mid type of thing, B. But this time they're all 5 outside mid, I think.
Look at this. This is almost like Counter-Strike
Or
comedy.
it's gonna be a nice surprise for Freiberg. They're all 5 in the B site, and they just noticed. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
NIP had no idea. They exited the bomb site, and right behind them is Copenhagen Wolves coming in. As it's going to be a really tough retake.
I mean, that's not really often that we see like a 5-man walking out mid, no smokes, no nothing. And I think that's probably something Copenhagen Wolves had prepared, especially for NIP.
It feels like it, doesn't it? I mean, this retake is going to be so hard because Copenhagen Wolves aren't really fighting. They're trying to
and
stay
the bomb is
safe.
already taking a lot, so they have to go quick, and they only have 1 kid on Get Right, and Get Right's stuck in the tunnel.
He's going to try and hide in this corner with his defuse kit, but he's going to go down. And Copenhagen Wolves making their way back to the 6th round.
That was a flawless blister round, actually.
Yeah, so flashbang up here to begin with, then they make their way down the middle, and
all
by
5
then
walk
NIP want to go and check what is actually going on in Upper Dark, and then they end up wrapping around them.
Like the good thing about the strat that Copenhagen Wolves just ran is like they all 5 walked out mid. So usually like when you run those type of strats, you always have someone towards tunnels. So like NIP could have actually found something to like get. But there was no one. They were all 5 mid, and when they turned around to be like, oh, they're in B, there's actually 5 people shooting at you, and it's too late. So it was actually really well played.
Making their way out the middle and getting some good kills, but nice returns. Forrest, that's
Forrest with a quad kill.
What on earth just happened in split seconds? Forrest just takes this game right back for NIP. It has to be one of the most incredible pistol.
We're definitely going to see an highlight of this. I mean, that was so fast. He just got, with 1 clip, just 4 headshots on the people middle. I think this just killed the game right here. This literally just killed the game.
That's a game. I mean, that's like what Cadian did earlier to try and get back in the game. Forrest just countered that with.
It's just so hard to recover from that. You just one pissed around, you just get ecoed with style by Forrest. So, I mean,
there has to be one of the most incredible pistol sequences we've seen in the tournament so far. Actually, in almost any tournament for a long time.
And I like the fact that it was not with a CZ. It was actually with a P250.
Yeah, there's something satisfying about that too. You're right.
We're definitely going to need to rewatch that. That was really impressive.
It happened so fast we couldn't even switch targets quick enough to keep up with what Forrest was doing. Well, speaking of Forrest, he's all the way in the back of the site. He's the only one holding here, so I mean, if they had a smoke so they can keep Exist out of it, Forrest would be kind of alone, but they don't have a smoke, so Exist is going to be able to help out Forrest from the middle, and actually they're both going to group up middle here.
I'm pretty sure the Copenhagen Wolves is still shocked about what happened earlier. They probably don't even know what just hit them.
Shell-shocked. It could be.
I mean, that was really huge from NIP and Forrest especially. I'm pretty sure that just sealed the deal to me. I think the game is going to be about to be really not even close anymore.
Oh, that's the kind of thing that really come back. So, I mean, actually, Pyjamas here only has a scout, so he's not going to be able to pick up people as easily. But we'll see if it's going to make a big difference anyway. There's the first one going in.
That'll be good if they could get the bomb down, actually.
Where is that bomb?
It's on the back of the wave. Pimp, actually, is planning for cut. Yeah, good. They have bomb down. I don't know why NIP decided to just play so passive and let them have that plan.
It seemed like an easy plan for Copenhagen Wolves, but I mean, the retake's going to work perfectly here for the Swedes. Triple for Exist, and that is going to be a 12th round for NIP. So now they're only 4 away.
4 away, and the decision Copenhagen Wolves are about to make is going to be really huge. Either you save one more time or you kind of force buy. and have limited nades and no ops. So I'm pretty sure they're going to go for the buy, because right now like they probably feel like the game is kind of like slipping away from that eco, since it should have been like 10-7, 10-8. Now it's 12-6. So yeah, they're definitely buying and going to try to like get right back in the game.
And what's the expert strat that we're going to see here from Copenhagen Wolves? Actually, they're pretty aggressive out long here. Kerby just rushing in.
That was really good
flash.
flash.
Good headshot here, but instant return with the grenade from Get Right. I need a little bit more. Kerby's making his way out, looking for Get Right, but he's going to get returned on once again. He eventually will take down the Swedish rifler, but that is still
1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, exactly. But where are they going to go with it now? They start to fight with the AWP up here.
And I'm pretty sure they don't know that yet, so they might decide to stay long or even go towards the end. And they don't have an op to battle with, so to match it up. So maybe I think that NIP is actually still in a really good spot right now.
Looking a little bit indecisive, Copenhagen Wolves. They really, it looks like they're scared that NIP is pushing up somewhere. You see Tensky, he's up here checking, and he was checking Lower Dark as well just before. And now Freiburg's actually going to be the one making its way down long, making a lot of noise as well, and Pimp's going to be hearing this. But
yeah,
he also
definitely knows. He has the bomb though, so he can't really make any type of plays, but that's good. He didn't show himself, so NIP probably thinks they're going to do something towards mid B, and the smoke is actually going to throw them off a lot, and they're going to go up cat because Pimp is long with bomb, so... Oh, but fifth land. I think Pimp went a little bit too soon there.
He probably did. That kills a lot. Now they have to go down, pick up the bomb, and get it back and planted in about 20 seconds. They need to move so fast right here. And Fifarin is actually going to get overrun. Forrest, can he do anything to delay them?
He's so far away from right now. I think they're still going to manage to get the bomb. Oh, Forrest, the bomber is actually really, really far. I thought it was closer. So let's see if he peeks and cuts off the bomber right here. Not enough. Tensky with a nice shot. Yeah. Probably heard him on his way back towards like with the bomb. He probably heard Forrest flanking.
That's going to be it. So, I mean, there was about 10 seconds when he ran up there. If Forrest had got around and killed the bomb carrier once more, that would have finished the round. Very close, but exciting because now Copenhagen Wolves have they have a chance to maybe get a little bit further back in the game.
Definitely. I mean, if they win this next round, they're going to force NIP to save, and they're going to be right back there, up there with them. But we saw what NIP is capable of individually, and you can't never think that you're going to get a free round with NIP.
No free meals. And case in point here is actually they do get a really good return on to Exist, who was in a clever spot, but not quite clever enough. Get right. He's setting up to backstab people. Is that a surprise to you?
No. I mean, we all know if you play those two against NIP, that's where Get Right's going to be. Outside long or in the cave. Probably 80% of the rounds, The interesting thing is we had Exist actually opping mid, and now Freiburg kind of picked it up and tried to utilize it towards B. So he's definitely going to shut down B by himself, so that gives more room for NIP to play towards A, which is actually kind of smart.
But it definitely feels like everyone knows, and yet Get Right is often very successful anyway.
Yeah, I experienced it a couple times as well. You know where he's playing, and still you can't take him out. When he's on point, it's not going to happen.
He's not going to push this time, actually. He's going to fall back to try and maybe hold out Fifarin, who's up here.
So looks like you're going towards Cat, going like an A execute. Maybe you're going to try to plant for Cat, since they only have one guy outside long. They don't even have anyone long. They're all Cat, I think.
One guy jumped down here. Get Right's gone down, so now it's just all up to Fifarin. That's a really good headshot. Grenade rains in as well. He's going to have to do more. They just ignore him. 8 seconds left, and they will get the bomb plant once again, but Freiburg coming in from short. There's the bomb down. Freiburg, can he clutch this 1-on-2?
He's going to get smoked off. This is not good for Freiburg right there with an op, especially.
He's going to charge through. He gets that kill. Pistols out. If he can take down Pimp here as well, that would definitely be a really good clutch. He's trying with it. Still got 9 bullets left. Pimp is going to fight him and come out on top with a triple kill. And Copenhagen Wolves, they're inching their way closer all the time. Yeah, and IP's got to be careful right now, because they're definitely going to have to save. And they'll get another buy round in, and if they lose, it's going to be another save. So, and this time, Copenhagen Wolves is going to be in the driving seat. Man, this is turning into an interesting game. Like you said earlier, they started off 6-0 on the terror side in favor of NIP. So the fact that we're now this close, I mean, that is a testimony to Copenhagen Wolves playing better than maybe it looked earlier on. Definitely. I mean, they got adjusted to the NIP play style. They probably know what they're doing, and they got a couple insane rounds that kind of brought them back into the game as well. So I think that helped them out a lot, even though the score doesn't reflect it right now. It might be one of the reasons they're still in this game. Now they just need to avoid another forest pistol round here.
Another forest miracle.
Get right trying to see if he can replicate it. Not going to come out on top at all. Does a tiny bit of damage to Cadian.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, Copenhagen Wolf is not going to make that mistake of walking out mid again. That's something we'll never see until the end of this map. And Pimp, actually, they do again. That's crazy. That's insane.
They're almost getting punished for it as well.
They are getting punished. I mean, they lost 3 guns. Like, why would you do that? They just ecoed you doing this same strat.
What we meant to say is Copenhagen Wolves should not be making the same mistake twice.
Yeah. It's almost like they're looking for it. They want Forest to just do it again.
They're going to win the round, but I mean,
their money is low and they just lost 3 guns on an eco round. Like, this is not really looking good because if NIP gets this round, they're going to force another save from Copenhagen Wolf, and it's just going back and forth, like, basically. Nobody is able to, like, get some economy and money going on because of this round.
If you're playing on this Copenhagen Wolves team and your team just did that, is that the point where you just mute your own microphone to avoid cussing at your teammates? Is that how it goes down?
Maybe. I mean, not during the match, obviously, because they managed to win the round, but I will be kind of upset after now. I'll be like, why did we do that twice? I mean, we just destroyed this one round. Why are we going back there again?
Yeah, that must be frustrating because you're right. If NIP start winning rounds again, then those 3 rifles could be something that Copenhagen Wolves need to rely on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the money is still low. Nobody has, like, a true control of this game right now, so you have to, like, hold on to anything you can, and, like, this type of eco rounds, like, ending up in a 2v1 or stuff like that is really bad for your economy.
It feels like it's going to be another A push. I mean, they've certainly secured short. And they have the smokes to go for a split B if they really wanted to. But, you know, like we said, B has, like, the middle hasn't been so fun for Copenhagen Wolves.
They're trying to get, like, Cadian in a spot where he could help and work a pick, I think. And they're dropping spawn again, doing like really something innovative. They're dropping spawn, going to kill these guys towards mid B, which was actually pretty good. So now they're just sitting in spawn with them.
Oh, a little bit of confusion.
Double kill. Yeah, that was confusing for me as well.
Pimp actually looking the wrong way. I don't think he realized where he's getting shot from because he was probably focused down on long. And now they're going to go for the retake here. Well, good kill from Kirby on Freiburg, and they need to get in a little bit faster here. 10 skill eventually goes down. 3 bullets left on Cret. Right, he gets a headshot anyway. No time for reload, and it's going to be the last one from Fiflaren, and that's going to be the defuse.
A couple things that's kind of like comes to my mind watching this round is like that was really innovating by Copenhagen Wolves. You know, we don't see that often, like a smoke strat where you actually drop spawn and try to kill people towards B. But I think Pimp got a kill in spawn, and they probably thought that's it. We got him. Like, we don't need to pay attention anymore. And like they just turned around, tried to like go for get red long, and like Zis was just there in the smoke with them and just got a double kill.
And then that tiny sexy detail from Get Right with not reloading is also obviously a lot of fun.
It just shows how confident he is, like right now. To me, that's exactly like he had 3 bullets. He probably knew too. Like he's not the type of player that forgets like how many bullets he has like left. So he knew that he had 3 bullets. He still went for it and got the headshot. So that just show how confident NIP is and Get Right especially.
It's about to be a 14th round for NIP unless they can pull their way back here, Copenhagen Wolves, and come up with something cool. Especially a bomb plant would be nice here. Just the $800 bonus.
Bomb plant will help a lot, yeah. Bomb plant, couple kills again because NIP is not really seeing pretty with the money as well. So anything we can get here will be helpful.
Well, this stack here, I mean, they got the smoke, they got the Molotovs. I actually think they've bought these grenades specifically just to get the bomb plant.
Yep. But they're not really blocking them off long, so Xis might be able to do something here, but he's kind of retreating again. And someone drops spawn, Pimp again with the drop spawn strat, trying to do something. I think they're still going to get... They're still in a really good spot to defend that, actually. And IP is like giving them a lot of room, knowing they're saving.
And Fiflaren in the middle. It's a good shot. Pick off and a second one, so it's very important. Obviously, if he goes down with the AWP, everything changes.
That was by Fiflaren right here.
Acadian is going to be alone, and he's going to get found as well. So, I mean, actually, just to throw back a tiny bit of history as well here. At Gamescom, before you could actually plant on this side, because you couldn't do that at the Gamescom major.
Yeah.
What NIP did a lot was actually they played retake from long. So what they did is they would make sure that they had Fiflaren somewhere down here, which meant everyone had to basically plant in the safe spot.
Yeah.
And then there was almost no way to getting out of it. They could just retake it. They'd force people up to short, and from short, obviously, you can't defend the bomb from this spot. So it feels like NIP still sometimes fall into that mode of playing where they say, as long as we have long, it's cool. But obviously, that's not really true anymore.
Yeah, you'll have to adjust because even earlier, like on the match we saw before, we saw actually Titan having a strat completely based on that cat plant. Like they will smoke off everything off, and like basically all they have to do is go for the plant. And so that's definitely like, if the NIP was about to run into this type of strats, they will be in trouble with that long setup, because obviously you don't want to give up the site 5v5 and the bomb is planted. So they'll have to readjust on that, because it's definitely something teams are bringing more to the table as well. That cat plant.
Nice shot here from Flaren. He needs to do a little bit more. They're coming up on shot, but backup is there as well. Tensky's going to go down. A great double from Freiburg and from Flaren, holding down his bomb site. Copenhagen Wolves, they have been favoring A lot. Have they become predictable? Are NIP adjusting to this?
Definitely. I mean, we saw Freiburg. He's the dedicated B player, and Freiburg is actually right there with the 5th lane, helping him out on the spawn ramp. So, like, I think NIP actually adjusted. They know, like you said, Copenhagen Wolves just attacks A. They don't even fake or barely. So, once they see them, they just jump the gun and rotate, which is actually really good.
Flaren again, he's looking on point with this AWP. He's really starting to step it up, and actually, when you look at the NIP scoreline, apart from GetRight, who's taken off into the skies with his scoreline here at 26 kills, everybody else is still pretty even. No one's really falling far behind.
And I think that's how we like to see NIP. Usually, it's always how it has been. Like,
I do enjoy
all
this,
5 of them on point.
bang.
Let's see if Visible going to utilize it. There we go. It's probably going to work out pretty well for him. And he gets double, lines up with the second guy trying to run up in, and Freiburg with triple kill to finish the game.
All right, so yeah, I said that's a very recognizable, very common flashbang. So I'm assuming a lot of people at home will recognize it too. But they lined up for him.
It's all about the timing, though. I always prefer timing. He has his teammate window spotting. The second he sees they're battling, he throws that flash, peeks out mid, wide, and he was able to cut up someone coming out through the door. It was perfect. I mean, NIP is on point.
Very nicely handled.